If you need to know someone's true feelings for you right now, then this is the reading for you. This is an all signs reading. I will be going through each sign in turn. All of those signs are time stamped in the description below, so if you need to, you can skip straight to your reading. Please know these readings cover your moon sign, your sun sign, your rising sign and your Venus sign. So please make sure you do watch each of those readings to get a true, full, accurate picture. And sometimes you might just feel drawn to a sign for no particular reason. There is a reason. Remember that. If you're drawn to a sign and you don't know why, then do watch it, because you may find that it's giving you an answer to something that you were struggling to find. So without further ado, we're going to start with Aries. So Aries, first sign of the zodiac. Let's find out what their true feelings for you really are. The card that fell is the Six of Swords reversed. We have the Six of Wands reversed. The Nine of Cups. And the King of Wands reversed. Before I read those cards, I'm going to quickly start with a message from this oracle deck, the Hidden Truth Oracle. What are their real feelings? What are they really thinking? You speak to me through music. Is that your love language? Do you like to place? Are you romantic in terms of music or songs? Do certain songs remind you of this person? Does it remind you of your particular most memorable times together? Because if you don't feel that, they do. Let's carry on. So we have the Six of Swords in reverse, together with the Six of Wands in reverse. What they're really thinking, there's insecurity here, Aries. They are insecure because they feel like they're failing you in some way. They feel like they're it's almost a sense of trying too hard. They want to be able to give you everything and they can't give you everything, but that's not what you want. It's like they want to be able to fix everything for you. They want to be able to eradicate all of your problems, but they can't. That's not for them to do. And because they can't, they feel like a failure. So if you're noticing that you're with someone who is maybe acting a little bit like they're under the weather, or they're suffering in some way, or they're emotionally distant, then this isn't because they don't feel connected to you anymore. It's the absolute opposite. It's because they want to be able to do so much and prove so much to you, but they're unable to. The Nine of Cups is really a card that just says they just want you to be happy. They would do anything in their power to make you happy. But the more they're trying to make you happy, Aries, the more unhappy it's making them, because they can't do, that's not their job. Their job is to be the best person they can be and be there for you whenever you need them. They can't fix you, they can't fix your life, they can't magically change the future. The King of Wands in reverse is you, and they're worried. Their biggest fear, their biggest worry is that you will abandon them, that you'll see that they're a failure, and you'll walk away from them. So I'm going to clarify these cards now. The Six of Swords reversed. There may be things going on for some of you, Aries, where it is a difficult time for you. It may be a challenging time. It may be a time of turmoil. Things just feel very unpredictable. There's a lack of peaceful energy around you, but that's not their fault. And you know it's not their fault, but they're trying to... They just want peace and happiness for you. And in doing that, they're probably making it worse, strangely. So the Six of Swords reversed is clarified by the Page of Pentacles. You may find they're constantly trying new things, or they're coming up with new ideas, and to you it feels very erratic. It feels very, you're probably thinking, what's wrong with this person? Why are they so all over the place? But in their mind, they're just trying anything and everything. It's unhealthy. It is unhealthy. And you've probably been asking yourself, what is the problem here? Why are they so unpredictable, all over the place? Almost panic mode. The Knight of Wands. There is a sense here, Aries, that they almost feel that they don't deserve you. I think that's the problem here, is that they are trying to prove that they do deserve you, but they're trying to prove it not only to you, but to themselves. And they're not convinced. They're not convinced. And then the Tower comes in. So that is an element of just waiting for disaster to strike. They're just waiting for you to wake up one day and say, oh, goodness me, I've had enough of this. You're an absolute disappointment. You're a failure and I'm leaving you. They're just projecting the way they feel about themselves onto you. And that's, I think you need to, let me carry on. The Six of Wands reversed comes in with the Sun reversed. The Four of Swords. And the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You may be going, like I said, Aries, you're going through things at the moment which are causing you a certain amount of stress or even unhappiness, which is what the Sun in reverse is about. There is an element here of feeling stuck or static, but it's something to do with other things going on in your life, whether that's to do with your career, whether it's to do with your family, whatever it is. It's not... Your partner is not the cause of this, or whoever this reading may be about is not the cause of this, but they are putting that firmly and squarely, that blame on themselves. They are saying the reason that you are unhappy or the reason that you are struggling is their fault, and that is not the case. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse does indicate that this could be something to do with money or finances or career, and again, that's not their fault, but they want to be able to fix it for you. No matter what you're going through, they want to be able to fix it for you. The Four of Swords is, again, the element of stress, but there is an element here of also wanting to be alone. Aries, there are times when you, not permanently, you don't want to be alone permanently, but there's times when you just want to be left to your own devices. I don't know if this person is a little bit suffocating, but sometimes they feel like... It does feel like for some of you that this person needs constant reassurance, and that's stressful for you as well. So the Nine of Cups is coming in with the King of Cups in reverse. Strength. And the Ace of Wands. So the King of Cups in reverse. They need to give themselves more credit. They need to understand that... I feel like you've reassured them enough, It's like you've told them that you do care about them. You you do have love for them and you're not going anywhere, and it's there's a lot of insecurity here. And you need to let them know that they need to find love for themselves, because it doesn't matter how much love you give them. If they don't find love for themselves, that's never, it's like pouring water into a pot with a hole in it. It won't ever, they won't retain it. So the Ace of Wands is new passion. It's a new sense of positivity as well. But that's not your job. And I'm not seeing that this is about, that you may as well just walk away from this. It's just giving you an understanding of why they are the way they are. And you just need to say to them, look, it's not your job to fix everything going on in my life and make me happy. Your job is just to be there and to listen, and you don't have to solve everything. I hope that makes sense. The King of Wands comes in with the Five of Cups. Yeah, and the High Priestess. Interesting. And the Nine of Pentacles. So they kind of want everything from you. They want you to open up to them. They want you to tell them everything you're thinking, feeling. Yet they don't do that with you. They don't want to share their problems with you because they think they're burdening you. They're like, oh my God, they don't need my problems. They've got enough of their own problems. But you do need that. You need to know what's going on with them. You need them to be open and honest and transparent as much as they want it from you. You just need to have a conversation with this person, Aries, and just tell them everything you've seen in this reading and give them that level of understanding. And you'll be okay. You will be okay. It's showing how much they care about you, and they do care about you incredibly deeply. Next, Taurus. Taurus, whether this is your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus signs, or you just feel drawn to a Taurus reading, let's see what your person truly feels right now. Okay, the card that flipped is Judgment in reverse. Remember that these readings don't have to be romantic. They can be about a problem that you're having with a friend or a colleague or a family member. Five of Wands reversed. Six of Swords reversed. And the Five of Cups reversed. Let's pull a oracle. We need to let each other go. Let's see what this is about. So, Judgment in reverse, Taurus. This is something about someone's not taking responsibility for something. Someone is just not ready to face the consequences of their actions. I feel you already know this, but you want to know why. And hopefully we will get there. The Five of Wands reversed is there has been a lot of turmoil, there's been a lot of conflict, there's disagreements, there's tension. And you've had enough of it, Taurus. I feel you've had enough of it and you're no longer engaging in that part of this connection. The Six of Swords reversed is also feeling like maybe it's got to a point where there is no coming back from this. I feel like there's two people here and imagine a body of water in between you, one of you standing on one shore and the other one standing on the other shore, and neither one of you is willing to swim That one's gone, sorry. Neither one of you is willing to swim, for you both to meet in the middle. You're not prepared to do it. There is a lot of stubbornness here. I feel that you're both angry with each other and you're both probably unable to hear the other one out. So let's see. This card, the we need to let each other go, would indicate that the other person's given up to a certain extent. And maybe that's what you needed to hear to move on from this, some of you. Maybe you just needed to know that. So the Judgment card comes in with the Seven of Wands. Sorry, Judgment in reverse comes in with the Seven of Wands, the Star reversed, and the Queen of Wands reversed. There's been a lot of anger. I feel like there's been a lot of things said that cannot be taken back. There's a lot of defensive energy. And the Star in reverse indicates that this really, there's not much future in this, unfortunately. Whoever this may be about, whether it's someone that you've had an intimate relationship with, a friend, a family member, colleague, whoever it is, it's saying that so far these cards are saying you need to just let go of this for now. Who knows what may happen in the future, but right now, find peace in just letting go. The Five of Wands reversed comes in with the Nine of Swords, Temperance, and the Three of Cups. The Nine of Swords is just the stress it's causing. It's the stress, it's the fear, it's the worry, it's the anxiety. But a lot of that is born from not knowing, from just the fact that you're not talking, there's no communication going on, so you don't actually know what this other person's actually thinking or feeling. They're doing the same. They're wrapped up in their own emotions, and so are you. And I kind of think that you hope that they're somewhere worrying about what you're worrying about. But they're not. They're only worrying about what they're worrying about, and that's what you're doing too. So Temperance is, you know, this is really just finding some balance, some peace. Temperance card is really just saying, understand what you have, what you had, and what you can have. You're stopping yourself from some joy here, and that joy may not be with them. It may be that you can be happy without them, and it's almost giving you permission to say, okay, it's okay that I don't feel guilty for saying I can be happy without them. And that's really important. The Six of Swords reverse comes in with the White Newman card in reverse, the Queen of Cups, and the Hermit. The Six of Swords reverse, like I said, is you've come to a stalemate. Neither of you are willing to take the next step. There's stubbornness here, but I think it's done. I honestly think it's done for now. Like I said, don't put a permanent closure on this. Don't go messaging them or sending them just to say, that's it, I'm done with you, I will never speak to you again. Don't do that. You don't need to. That's not necessary. But you can just let it go. I feel like there's nothing going on here. There's no communication. There's no growth. There's just a hope that the other person is kept worrying about you, and they're doing the same. The Queen of Cups is you're much stronger than you realise, Taurus, and this is a moment of self-care where you just say, right, I choose me. This is it. I'm doing what I need to do to nurture myself, and that's okay. And the Hermit is knowing you're doing the right thing. The Hermit is very much a card of, I look within. If it feels right, it's right. If it doesn't feel right, I know it's not right. And you know this feels right. So you're just giving yourself permission to breathe again. Go find yourself again, Taurus. You need to, you know. This is like, if this is a relationship, an intimate relationship, then it's going to take a lot of getting used to. But for some of you, this is a member of your family. It might be your best friend, whoever it is. People change. And you can't do anything about that. It's not your problem. It's not your fault. Okay? The Five of Cups reversed comes in with the Two of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. The Five of Cups reversed is getting past the feeling of regret. There is nothing to regret here. I think you both tried as best you can. And I don't think whatever this situation was, it was never like this before. I think you've got plenty of things to think about and have memories of that can make you smile. But things don't last forever, unfortunately. And you're making a decision, and that's your decision to make. The King of Wands is giving yourself back some confidence. And the Eight of Pentacles reversed is knowing you don't have to carry on worrying that this is going to be something that is just a burden that you're going to have to work on, or that you can't give up on. You can give up on it for now. Just remember that it's for now. And your life will move on, and their life will move on, and maybe one day you'll meet up again, accidentally, spontaneously, who knows. But for now, it's okay for you to move on. You'll always have your memories, Taurus, always. Next, we move on to Gemini. Gemini, whether this is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or your Venus sign, this reading's for you, or you just feel drawn to a Gemini reading today. What is your person actually really, truly thinking? We have the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands reversed, the Nine of Cups, and the Six of Swords reversed. The Queen of Wands, actually, when you look at these two cards together, you've got the Queen of Wands standing strong and the King of Wands not so much. And I see this as a representation of yourself with someone else. Now, it could be the other way around, so please keep that in mind. You're feeling strong. I feel, Gemini, that you are feeling strong, confident, and you're going places. Whereas this person that you're worried about is not. And you feel that they may be holding you back. Now, again, I don't know if this is an intimate partner, if it's a friend, a colleague, a family member. You decide. But this person is actually almost the complete opposite, or going through the complete opposite of what you're going through, and that may make you feel uncomfortable. So if for instance, if your career is going from success to success, and you're growing and you're developing and you're expanding and they're not, that makes you feel guilty. Or maybe this is about your happiness, just the fact that you feel happy, you feel well adjusted, you feel positive, and they don't. But the problem here is you want to know why. What is it that they're truly struggling with? Because they feel very distant, they feel very detached, they feel very negative. The Nine of Cups is your happiness, okay? And this is a happiness that you, if you were going to admit it, you're most happy when they're not around. And then the Six of Swords in reverse is, there is a want here or a need to escape them sometimes. Let's clarify. So, Queen of Wands. If this is you, Gemini, you're thriving. You really are thriving. Comes in with the Moon reversed. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Four of Cups reversed. So this feels like you're not sure. Something's wrong and it's like you can't quite put your finger on it. Your intuition is telling you that there's more to this than just someone who's just not doing well and they're at a different place in their life than you. You feel like there's something here that you don't quite understand what it is. It's like something you can't put your finger on, which is why you're watching this reading right now. The Knight of Pentacles. I almost feel like you're being watched. I know that sounds strange, but this person sometimes makes you feel uncomfortable. They make you feel uncomfortable in a weird way, like you feel like you might catch them staring at you, and that sounds strange, especially if it's your intimate partner, but it's the energy they're giving off when they're doing it. It's not an affectionate thing. It feels like feels very judgmental. And the Four of Cups in reverse is, sometimes they make you feel guilty just because you're happy. And you feel angry about that sometimes, Gemini. You feel like, wow, I have a right to be happy. This hasn't always been like this for me. I've come from a place where it was very, very different. You feel like your life in general, you've had to struggle most of your life to get to where you are now. And now that you feel that sense of contentment, you're angry because you're like, why should I feel guilty about that for someone else? King of Wands reversed. Ace of Wands. Two of Pentacles in reverse. And the Two of Cups in reverse. They're very hard to understand because I feel like they're very up and down. I feel like this person is 1 minute they're joyous and happy and exuberant, and other times they're the complete opposite. And the Two of Pentacles reversed, maybe that they're not even, it's chaotic, okay? It's chaotic. I just feel like you can't keep up. You don't know what mood they're going to be in next. You don't know. But something's weird. Something's weird here because it's got the Two of Cups in reverse, which means that there's like, I don't know why I'm specifically getting something about an ex, Gemini. So I don't know if you've had feelings that this person's got dealings with their ex, your suspicions might be right. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying they are right, but the Nine of Cups comes in with the Wheel of Fortune, the Death card, and the King of Cups reversed. You're happiest when, that's what it feels like. You're kind of happiest when you're away from this person most of the time. There's also this kind of sense of, it's a bit of an icky feeling that they sometimes act very smug around you, and I don't know why. The Wheel of Fortune is how things are changing, and they feel like they're changing quickly. The Death card and the Wheel of Fortune is that rapid feeling of things changing or moving, and there's nothing you can do about it. And the King of Cups reversed. It's just like, it feels quite cold. It feels, do they really care about you? I don't know. It's strange. Six of Swords reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Why? You're afraid to move on from this person for some reason. Knight of Wands. And the Page of Pentacles. I don't know what it is that's holding you back, but you're afraid to move on. For some of you, I don't even feel like this relationship is that important. I don't even feel like if this is an intimate relationship, like you've been with them for very long, or if you have been with them for a certain amount of time, it's never got past a certain stage. But what is it that's making you afraid? I don't know why you feel like, I can't just give up on this. And maybe it's just because there's a curiosity, because you want to know what's actually been going on. I'm going to pull an oracle, as I should have done this at the beginning, so I do apologise. So I'm going to pull this now to see if we can get the answer to what it is that you're missing here about them. Okay, it says, I wish I could take back my words. I don't know what they've said. They've said something. Maybe they said something to you recently. Now, don't assume that that would have been something negative, because they might have said something along the lines of, I love you. And that's what they're wishing they could take back. I don't know, but they're wishing they hadn't said something that they did say. I just feel that there's stuff going on in their life, and the whole point being is that they're not willing to share it with you. And that should be enough for you to just say, okay, you know, that's for me is enough. I don't want this person holding me back. I don't want them holding me down. That the weird thing is that about this reading is they seem miserable when they're with you, but when they've spent time away from you, you notice how happy they are. So I'm going to carry on into the next sign. And next is Cancer. Cancer, is this your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus sign? Or are you just drawn to a reading for Cancer for no particular reason? Because there will be a reason. Give these cards a good shuffle between, because otherwise I end up pulling exactly the same cards. You can fast forward this part of the reading. Cancer. Let's start with the oracle. What is your person's true feelings? What are they really thinking? Ooh. I'm so attracted to you. Cancer, maybe this is for some of you that you're single and you're wondering, you've been thinking about someone and you're wondering if they feel the same way that you do. How exciting. Or maybe some of you are in an established relationship and you're feeling a little bit invisible. If you're worried that they don't find you attractive anymore, that card is saying a lot. So Cancer, the card that fell, interestingly, is the King of Cups in reverse. The Chariot in reverse. My goodness. The Ace of Pentacles reversed. And the Ten of Wands reversed. Wow, there's a lot of insecurity here for some of you, Cancer. This person, okay, now I don't know if it's someone that you are already in an established relationship with or connection with. You are so insecure about them, which means that you obviously deeply care about them, because these two cards, the King of Cups reversed, the Chariot reversed, you've lost confidence, or you're losing confidence in how they feel about you. And the King of Cups reversed feels like you feel unloved, and you're not unloved. You feel a little bit isolated, and there's also an energy here of it being emotionally distant. And I think you're doing that deliberately, Cancer. I think you're keeping yourself at an emotional arm's length because potentially you don't want to be hurt. Now, that's for those of you who are not in a relationship, or that you're single, or you're on the verge of a potential relationship. But then it could also be for some of you who have just started a relationship and you're just not willing to give it everything you've got because you're scared, basically. The Ace of Pentacles in reverse, for some of you, could be an insecurity about money. It could be that maybe you are struggling financially, maybe you're out of work. Whatever this is about, you feel that that's a reason for someone to, or it's a reason for you to be ashamed of, why would someone want to be with me because I don't have enough? If anyone wants to be with you because of how much you're earning, then please take that as a red flag, because you shouldn't be anywhere near them. And that shouldn't be a reason for you either to be with someone, is how much they're earning or how much they've got. It's always about connection. Remember that. And I know you don't feel like that. I know you don't choose who you're with because of their earning potential or their ambition or any of that. So don't project that onto someone else. Okay. Don't forget, these cards don't have to be about an intimate relationship. This could be about a member of your family. It could be a friend. It could be a colleague. It could be whoever it is. It's someone you deeply care about, and you're worried like that you're disappointing them, or you're a letdown, or you're a Ten of Wands in reverse. You don't want to be someone's burden. Some of you, Cancer, are struggling in life in general, and you have to remember that anyone that cares about you wants to share your burden. They want you to share your burden with them, because first of all, that's a sign that you care enough about them to do that. And secondly, they can help you, which makes them feel better, because at least you're allowing them to try and help you. Maybe what they do doesn't help in particular, but the fact that you're allowing them to do it makes them feel better. And it would be the same for you. So the King of Cups reversed comes in with the Nine of Cups. The chaotic cards. Can't shuffle. So it comes in with the Nine of Cups, the Five of Pentacles reversed, and Strength. For some of you, you're afraid of losing your independence. You may have been single for quite some time and now you're on the verge of going into a relationship, or maybe you've just started a relationship and you feel maybe a small amount of regret because you miss your independence. but you can have both, you know. You don't have to go into a relationship and make you know, it has to be spending every single day and every moment with this person. You can have your own lives, you know. You can say, oh, you know, I'm going to go and do my own thing this week, or whatever it is, and that's okay. You don't have to be breathing or living in each other's pockets. The Five of Pentacles reversed is it's interesting because to a certain extent, Cancer, you have felt a little bit isolated in recent times, but it's like you want it's confusing. I'll say this, it is confusing because it feels like you're saying, I don't want to feel isolated anymore, I don't want to feel left out anymore, but I also want my own space. So it's how do you find that perfect balance? And Strength card is it's your boundaries, it's your values, it's your principles, it's you saying, I will settle for nothing less but this. And maybe you have to relax a little bit. The Chariot reversed comes in with the Chariot. Hallelujah, hallelujah. The Sun. Look at this, Cancer. And the Ace of Swords reversed. So the Chariot and the Sun coming in underneath the Chariot in reverse is like all your insecurities are yours and yours alone. It's like saying it's all in your head. Whatever you're worried about, just let go of, because everything will be absolutely fine. Okay, it's like you're on the edge of being so happy and so confident, and that scares you, and I get it. The Ace of Swords reversed is worrying about too many things. You're worrying about all of the reasons why this is potentially the opposite of what it is. Don't waste your energy doing that, Cancer. When something is that feels so positive, so perfect, so untainted, you'll be like, oh, but there must be a reason. It can't be that. There must be lots of things that I'm not seeing. Stop wasting your energy doing that, okay? The universe is trying to give you something here. The Ace of Pentacles reversed comes in with the Empress in reverse. The Two of Wands. And the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So your Ace of Pentacles reversed, which is you're worrying about what you have. You have you don't have anything to offer materialistically. They don't want what you have. They want you. The Empress reversed is feeling like you don't have I feel like you want someone to come and just take care of you, Cancer, honestly. But at the same time, you don't want to feel vulnerable. You don't want this person to think you're vulnerable, but at the same time, you want them to just come and scoop you up and nurture you. The Two of Wands is your ideas, your plans that you're not engaging with and you need to engage with. Share the way you feel with someone, okay? Because you'll find if you do that, they'll share how they feel with you. They care about whoever this is. They care about you. They really do care about you. And I think that's the one thing you're worried about, is that is how much you care about them. And you know, if they care about you, that's a really scary thing, because look how much I have to lose. The Ace of Pentacles is how much potential there is in this whole situation. 10 of Wands reversed. It's not a burden. This is about letting go of all your burdens. And this is the Page of Wands. And the Lovers. Wow, this is like, for the first time, you can be free from stress, problems, hurdles, barriers. Be childlike in that joy. Let go of all the things that have held you back until now. And just enjoy it, Cancer, honestly. And the last card here is the Judgment card. Justice card. Justice. This is your time. This is your time. Everything you've been waiting for, hoping for, praying for is now happening. So enjoy it. Let's see. Next is... Oh. Next is Leo. Leo, is this your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or your Venus sign, or do you just feel drawn to this reading for Leo? What is this person? There's someone on your mind and you need to know what they're thinking. What do they really think? What do they really feel? Are they being honest with you? Why are they hiding their feelings, if they are? Leo. And like I said, this doesn't have to be about an intimate connection. It could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a colleague, but it could also be an intimate connection or a potential intimate connection. Leo. We have the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Swords, Judgment in reverse, and the Hermit. Okay, so the Knight of Wands is an element of things moving very quickly, and it feels very passionate. I have to say, it feels passionate, it feels joyous, it feels intense. Okay, that's how I feel like it's how you feel, but also because we're asking the cards, how do they feel? They feel the same, and maybe that's the whole reading. Is all you needed to know was, do they actually feel the same? I know they said they feel the same, but I'm not sure. I need confirmation, and maybe I could just finish the reading there, but that's all you need to know, really. But let's carry on. The Ten of Swords. Okay, I feel like this person has come from a place of difficult endings. Maybe those difficult endings are still a bit messy. Maybe there's still bits and pieces that are remnants of having to deal with stuff, and that's making you feel insecure. Whatever they've come from, it was a betrayal. There's just a sense of injustice here. They were dealt a very hard lesson, and to be honest with you, even though it feels like it was some time ago, they're now giving you their trust. It feels like they're putting their trust in your hands, and whether you realize what a gift that is, what an honor, what a privilege that is, that they've chosen you to do that with, I don't know, but they're definitely not messing you around if that's what you're worried about. Judgment reversed is they're happy for you to see who they are, warts and all. They want you to see, the good, the bad and the ugly, because then They know that you want them for who they are and not a version of who you want them to be. And the Hermit is, you know, at the end of the day, this sounds strange, but they are happy on their own. If you turned around to them and said, yeah, do you know what? This isn't for me. They'd be okay with it because they want you to be happy. They don't want you to feel like a sense of obligation that you need to be with them. And they have been alone before they met you. It feels like they've been through their own journey. They've had their single life, and maybe now they're ready to share their life with someone. But if you decide that that's not what you want, they're going to be okay. So don't think they're not. They are going to be okay if you decide this isn't for you. But I think it is for you, to be honest. So the Knight of Wands comes in with the Page of Wands reversed, the Seven of Wands, and the Four of Cups. It's so interesting because it feels like they have no expectations of you. It's like, if you're going to ask them to say, I don't expect anything of you. I don't expect you to change anything for me. I don't expect you to prove anything to me. I just enjoy you for who you are. And if you want to be with me, you will make me very happy. That's kind of what it feels like. There's no pressure here. It's like the energy of a friendship almost, but it's more than that. It's much, much more than that. The Seven of Wands is, they have their stuff going on and they want you to know that you don't need to worry about whatever stuff they've got going on in the background. Okay, you do not need to worry about it. You don't need to be involved in it. They understand it's something that maybe is a bit of an off-putting thing, but that's why they're going to keep that at arm's length, and you don't have to worry about stuff. If you want to know stuff, they will tell you. Okay, but if you don't want to be involved, that's also fine. The Four of Cups is, there will be times when you kind of feel like you want to know things and you feel whatever answer they're giving you, you don't fully understand or trust. But understand that they are not keeping anything from you. If you want to know everything, they will tell you everything. But there is a part of you here, Leo, where you're kind of saying, I don't want to know about that. But then you're like, oh, I really do want to know about that. But if I tell them I really want to know about that, it makes me sound like a weirdo. So, Ten of Swords. Comes in with the Queen of Wands reversed, the Eight of Wands, and Temperance. It's interesting because you almost feel like you're not enough for them with the Queen of Wands in reverse. They make you feel inadequate's not the word. It's more like they make you feel vulnerable. They make you feel vulnerable in a way that you would have felt, you know, when you were a teenager. So it's a good thing, but it's also you're worried about getting this wrong. You're worried about getting into this too far and then finding out it's not what you thought. And then the Temperance card is you're trying too hard, I think. You're trying too hard to make this, make sure it's going to work, or you're trying too hard to be something you're not as well, Leo. It's interesting because it's like, I feel like you've put this person on a pedestal to a certain extent. And you've kind of given them this air of perfection to a certain extent. And because of that, you're like, oh, I'm not good enough for them. I need to up my game. And you don't need to at all. It's so much the opposite you wouldn't believe. Judgment reversed. King of Cups, the White Newman card in reverse, and Queen of Pentacles. Like I said, they are the most non-judgmental person probably that you've ever known. And that is why you feel uncomfortable, because you feel like, well, they must be hiding something, because nobody's that non-judgmental, and this person is, because they've been through it all before. They've been through it all before. They don't want any of that again. They don't want any superficiality. They want real, honest, warts and all. Like I said, they want that. They want to see you for who you are. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't be afraid to show it. That's why they were attracted to you in the first place. And the Queen of Pentacles is, they like so many things about you, Leo. They like your confidence. They like your drive. They like your ambition. They like the fact that you know what you want, and they're not going to get in the way of that. So whatever you had going on before you met them, they want you to carry on with that. You know, it's like, don't let me get in the way of this. They don't want you to think that you have to change your plans because of them. And then the Hermit comes in with the Eight of Swords, the King of Pentacles reversed, and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. If you don't want to meet up with them, or you don't want to do something in them, please just say no, because they're okay with that. You know, it's like if they say to you, how do you fancy going somewhere next weekend? And you'll be like, do you know what? I'd rather just be on my own. They'll be like, that's absolutely fine. And not just saying that, they actually mean it. They're like, you do what you have to do. The Eight of Swords is, they don't want you to feel obliged or trapped in any way, or that you're stopping them from, that they're stopping you from doing something that you really wanted to do, but you're worried about hurting their feelings. So just don't worry about that. The King of Pentacles reversed is, the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles reversed is, there's certain things that they're just not, they're not drawn by, or they're not driven by, and that is, they're not materialistic at all. That doesn't mean that they have nothing, because I feel like they do. They're probably quite successful, but that's not what drives them. They're not, that's not their inspiration, if that makes sense. So I'm going to pull this because I forgot to do it. This is the Oracle card. What is their message to you? If they could tell you anything right now, what would it be? It is, I will wait for a sign from you. But, well, I mean, maybe not a sign. Just tell them how you feel. Stop holding back. Thank you, Leo. Leave me some comments, or a comment, and let me know how this reading resonated for you. Next, we have Virgo. Has that one gone off now? No, it hasn't. I keep turning them off. Virgo, is this your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus sign? Or maybe you're just drawn to this reading for no particular reason. I'm going to put them back, so I need to shuffle these properly. Let's find out what your person is truly thinking or feeling. Could be an intimate partner. It could be someone that you are attracted to. Or it could be a friend, a family member, a colleague. Whoever it is, someone's on your mind right now, and you need to know. You need to know something about them. Virgo. We have the Ten of Cups, the Four of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. Okay. For some of you, Virgo, this person that you're thinking about, the person that's on your mind, could be family with the Ten of Cups. But it could also be someone that you are hoping, is thinking about you, or someone that you're in an intimate relationship with. Whatever this is about, this is an amazing card. The Ten of Cups is a sense of belonging. This person may make you feel like you belong for the first time in a long time. This person may put family as being the most important thing in their life. And that could count for anyone. That could be your family, it could be a friend, could be colleague, could be whoever it is. But it's a great card. And it's a card of unconditional happiness and joy. The Four of Swords is I feel like they've come from a place that has been less than easy. I think they've struggled, whoever this is, and they still, to a certain extent, like their privacy sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. They do like just to be alone with their thoughts. And that's okay. I don't feel you feel insecure about that. I think you understand it. The Three of Pentacles is a sense of I feel like they're quite a popular person. I feel like there's a lot of people that kind of want a bit of them, to be honest. I think that they're well known, they're popular, and there are people here that want them around. Now that doesn't have to be intimate. It just might mean that they've got friends that that are quite not demanding, but just they expect time with them, if that makes sense. And I don't know if that's an issue. I don't think it is a problem. All of your cards have come in the upright. There is a sense here of pride. I think there's a sense of pride that you're happy to be part of this person's life. The High Priestess also says that you might think there might be an element of insecurity here, where you think that they're not telling you everything, they're keeping certain things to themselves, or they're hiding things, or they're secrets, but it's not a huge issue. And I think that's why you need to watch this reading, because you're just like, well, just to see, just curious, out of curiosity, I just want to watch this just to see if there's something that I think they're hiding, and if they are, it'll come out. If they're not, then I know I'm okay. Look, Virgo, they're not deliberately hiding anything from you, but I do think that they have a private life, if that makes sense, because it's personal, it's private. It's not because they're hiding anything from you. I just think it's just who they are. There's certain things that they don't feel happy or comfortable discussing with you. And that's okay, because everyone has that right. So the Ten of Cups is coming in with the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Wands. And the World. They don't make decisions. Listen, whatever's going on here, they take their decisions very seriously. They think about things very carefully before they make a decision. And the decision here is about I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on here with their family. And that is the most important thing going on for them at the moment, which doesn't mean that you're not the most important thing. You still have a place in their life. But something is also coming to an end in order for something to blossom. And I don't know if that's to do with you. As in, they're trying to make sure everything's ready. They just feel like everything has to be right. That's the kind of person they are. Everything has to be right before they take the next step. And that's what this is about. The Four of Swords. Comes in with the Three of Pentacles. The Tower reversed. And the Fool reversed. Maybe they're a bit of an overthinker. I think they've come from some, you know, whatever's happened in their past, they definitely don't want history repeating itself. And they're trying to make sure that they're doing everything they possibly can to make sure that doesn't happen. I do wonder if there is an element here of them trying to keep their options open a little bit too much. And they know that. I think they know that, and they know that they have to make a decision to shut something down or shut the door to something before they move on to the next thing and through the next door. They can't have both, and they know that. And I think that's maybe the point of this reading. The Three of Pentacles comes in with the Five of Swords. Something's causing them conflict. Something is causing them conflict with the Two of Swords and Justice reversed. I don't know why I get Libra vibes with this person, but I do, because I feel like they're trying to make too many people happy. They're trying to make sure that everyone's happy, even though it's not their problem, if that makes sense. Because if they're not careful, they'll end up losing everyone. It's like they're trying to make sure, like there's an outside party here, and before they give everything to, say for instance, you, they've got to make sure this outside party is also okay with it. It's like, don't do that. What if they say no? Then what do you do? Then you're left with that person being slightly unhappy, and then someone like you being unhappy, and now they've got two people who are unhappy, whereas before they had one that was slightly disgruntled. So it's like they're trying something that's not going to work. The High Priestess. Seven of Cups reversed. I don't think they're keeping anything from you. I think they will tell you what's going on here. The Emperor reversed. And the Sun reversed. They're getting themselves in all sorts of... they're getting their knickers in a twist is what I'm getting here. They're trying to, they like to feel like they're in control of a situation, or if this was a relationship, they'd like to be the one who's the alpha kind of thing, without that sounding weird. They just want to be the one, the provider, the, you know, and I don't know what's going on here, but whatever their reason is for feeling like unhappy, or I'm not saying they are unhappy, but there is something here where they're just frustrated because they're trying to fix everything that shouldn't be their problem to fix, and you're wondering if they're unhappy because of you, and it's not because of you, it's because they're getting themselves into a situation that is their fault, and I don't know how to explain it. So let me just pull the last oracle just to see what the message is from them, Virgo. Oh. So the card says the timing just wasn't right for us. But I don't think that's about you. I think that that's a message that they need someone else to know about. Or they need to tell themselves that about someone else. They need to let something go in order to have this thing with you, and they're having difficulty doing it. That doesn't mean that there's two things going on here. It just means that they're convinced that this person is going to be so distraught if they find out that they've moved on. They don't know how they're meant to deal with that. They're worried about the other person's emotional response to giving themselves to you. And it's not because they are in love with them or anything like that. It's just that they care about things they shouldn't care about, if that makes sense. So, Virgo. Let me know in the comments how this resonates for you. As we move on to Libra. Libra, this is for your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus signs, or you may just feel drawn to this part of the reading. Someone's on your mind and you want to know what they're thinking, so let's see. So we have the Seven of Cups in reverse, the Devil reversed, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. So Libra, it's almost like you're trying to make something complicated that isn't complicated. The Seven of Cups is making me feel like you're trying to find solutions to something that doesn't need one, if that makes sense. And I don't know why that is, but you're definitely trying to overcomplicate something. It feels like some kind of deflection. The Devil reversed is maybe this person doesn't need you as much as you want them to, as strange as that sounds. This could also indicate a Capricorn, but this Capricorn is just not buying into what you're selling for some reason. But whoever this is, it may be that this is something you want to actually walk away from, and you're worried about the impact it would have on them. And what I'm seeing here, if that is the case, you're going to be okay. Don't worry. Don't take that the wrong way either. But they're not as attached as you think they are. The Knight of Pentacles is also, I don't feel like it's such a strange reading, because I feel like they're not going anywhere, but they're also not hanging around because of you. They don't need to go anywhere. They're not trying to run away, but they're also not coming towards you. The Seven of Wands is you're trying to prepare for something. You're preparing for battle, Libra, and I don't know why. You're convinced that this person's going to be shocked and upset and they're going to come for you. They're not. You've got this one wrong. Seven of Cups reversed. There's a lack of emotion, there's a lack of feeling here. And I don't mean that they don't care. I just mean that they don't feel what you think they feel. Comes in with the Ace of Wands reversed. They don't feel passionate about your connection, but neither do you. The Hierophant. and the Page of Pentacles. I wonder, is this person already in a committed relationship? And you know, it's not like this is a surprise. I feel like you may already know about this. Maybe the word committed is what you weren't too sure about. Maybe you knew they were in a relationship, but you weren't sure if they were in a committed relationship. This feels like they're in a committed relationship, but if anything's missing from that connection, then it's the passion. So I'm wondering if this is a kind of, if you're filling that gap, but you know this. It's not. This isn't a surprise. The Devil reversed comes in with the Ten of Wands. The Fool reversed. And the King of Swords reversed. So I'm wondering now, Libra, is this because this was only ever a physical thing, and now you're thinking, you know what, I want to move on from this. I want something more. I don't want something more with them because I know that they're in a relationship. I'm not going to have that. I want to move on to something else. But maybe their feelings have grown, and I don't want to upset them. Their feelings haven't grown, okay? So if that's what you've been worried about, that's not the case. But they may be worried because they can't tell you that, because they're worried that your feelings have grown. They can't just say, I have no feelings for you, because they don't know how that would land. So you're both good. You're both good. The Knight of Pentacles comes in with the Three of Swords reversed. The Magician reversed. And the Four of Cups. So they're not going anywhere, but that's not because they're where they've always been. I don't know how else to put it. So they're not running away from you, but they're not running towards you either. The Three of Swords reversed is this isn't causing any kind of emotional trauma. So don't worry. I think you two can laugh about this, whatever this situation's about. I think if you both just tell each other and say, "Can I tell you something really funny? I was worried that you were becoming too attached because I'm really not. And I get the feeling that you probably feel exactly the same as me. And we're both really not attached to each other. And this was just about sex, whatever it happens to be." And I think you can laugh about it. Because you can move on. You can move on from this. It's a complication you don't need. The Seven of Wands comes in with the Ace of Swords reversed. The Ace of Pentacles. And the Six of Cups. There's things that you want in life. This isn't it. This just filled a gap. This was convenient. And you want to move on from that. And you're not preparing for battle. There is no battle. Don't worry. The Ace of Swords is you don't have to. You can just be honest. You can just say how you feel. They'll be absolutely fine. In fact, it will be such a relief. And the Ace of Pentacles is the potential of what's coming next. Six of Cups. It was enjoyable. You enjoyed it while it lasted. It served its purpose. Libra. Stop overthinking it. Stop worrying about what the other person's thinking or feeling, because they feel pretty much like you do. So let's see. Let's do the final oracle message. See if it fits the rest of the reading. And they are saying, I wonder if you're happy without me. Or I wonder if you would be happy without me. And they're hoping the answer is yes. There you go. You're both worrying about the same thing. Next. Scorpio. Scorpio, this is for your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus signs. Or you just feel drawn to this part of the reading for no particular reason, and that's okay, because that means something. Someone's on your mind, and you want to know what they're really thinking. What are they really thinking? What are they not telling you? Scorpio. We have the Empress reversed, the Eight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords reversed, and the King of Swords reversed. Wow, okay. So, Scorpio, there's something going on here where you feel like the relationship you have with someone is not what you wanted. It's not how you expected it to be. It almost feels like you feel like they have become your responsibility, and that's never what you wanted out of this. You feel like you have become you've become their nurturer, their mentor, their teacher, their everything, you know. It's like, you know, you're not getting anything back from them. It just feels like someone's sucking you dry here. They've become far too dependent on you. This is a codependent connection I'm picking up, okay? The Eight of Pentacles is interesting because at one point this felt like something you were willing to put everything into. You felt it was very productive because what you would put into something, you were getting it out. And now I don't sense that. It just feels like hard work. The Queen of Swords and the King of Swords both come in together in the reverse position, Scorpio. Which, again, to me is about a codependent relationship. This isn't good. It's quite destructive. Neither one of you are being honest with the other, either. I think you're afraid to tell the truth to this person because you're worried about how they will react. They're not telling you the truth because if they did, if they were honest about their feelings, then they'd lose their lifeline. They treat you like, they feel like, I have to say it, they feel a little bit like a parasite. So, and no, they're not being honest about what they need or how vulnerable they are. They're not vulnerable, and you know that. And I don't even know why you need this reading to tell you that. You already know. So the Empress reversed comes in with the Nine of Pentacles. You want your independence back. The Four of Swords. It is getting you down. The Magician reversed. You feel like they're manipulating you. I mean, do I need to carry on? I will carry on, but I think you need to stop worrying about what they're going to do if you just take your life back. So the Eight of Pentacles comes in with the Queen of Wands reversed. Okay. The Six of Wands, they're likely to lose their temper, okay? I do sense that. They've probably got a temper on them. They might even be a fire sign. They might be irrelevant, but they might be a fire sign. So they may react to things with a temper or angrily. That's not your problem, and it's nothing for you to worry about. The Six of Wands is going towards something which can be much more rewarding. We've also got the Two of Wands, which is you have had plans, you've had ideas, and you've put them on hold because you're worried about this situation. Now's the time to unpress the pause button and press play. You need to do what you've got to do, and I don't even feel like it's going to come as a shock to them. I think you've kind of said what you've needed to say before, and nothing's changed. The Queen of Swords reversed comes in with the Ten of Cups. The Nine of Cups. And look at all the cups and the Page of Cups. Wow. I mean, this is you. This is you. This is what you want. This is what you deserve, Scorpio. The Ten of Cups, you deserve an abundance of happiness. Maybe this has kept you away from the people you really care about. Maybe this situation has kept you away from your family because you felt bad about spending time with people that you care about and that care about you, because this person acted insecure about it, or said they were upset about it, or felt like, I don't know, but you deserve to be happy. And this person should not make you feel guilty about that, but they have been. So the King of Swords reversed, and I feel like they're lying to you about stuff as well. The Page of Swords in reverse, the Tower, and the Four of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, I think you're just worried that if you just go after what you want to go after, that they're going to cause so much trouble it's not going to be worth the aggro. But they won't. They might try, but they won't, because you won't let them. There's nothing they can do. They are powerless. You just need to cut communication. You know, when you go, just cut communication. By the way, I have to make it very clear here. If this was... If this is, don't take this reading about a relationship you're in with someone and you're really happy with them, and you're going to be like, oh my God, okay, I have to end the relationship. These readings are meant to resonate with you. So, you know, if this reading's like, yep, that's what I thought, then you know that this is for you, because these readings aren't for everyone. Okay, I just want to make sure that no one's watching this thinking, oh, I've been in this marriage for 15 years and I didn't know that it was that bad and that I now have to end it. This isn't for you. Okay, so let me just finish with that oracle card, Scorpio, and it is okay, exactly the sort of thing they're going to say to you, okay, because they know how to get to you. You were the best thing in my life. Yeah, you probably were, you probably are, you probably were. That's their fault, not yours. So anyway, let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is for your sun, your moon, your rising and your Venus signs. Or it may just be for you regardless of what sign you are, because you feel drawn to it, and that's okay. The card that just fell is the Five of Pentacles. You have something on your mind about someone, you're worried about them, or you need to know what they're really feeling or thinking. Five of Cups reversed. The Magician reversed. And the Nine of Wands in reverse. So whatever this person's been saying or telling you, or you're not convinced. I don't know who this is. It doesn't have to be an intimate partner. It can be a friend, a family member, a colleague. It can be, you know, whoever's on your mind. This reading is about them. You feel that they've shut you out. Okay, that's what the Five of Pentacles is about. You feel shut out. The Five of Cups reversed is, you feel like you've disappointed someone. I don't know why, but you feel shut out and you feel like you've upset someone or disappointed someone. The Magician reversed. Whatever this is about, it's not it feels like it's got nothing to do with you. It feels like whatever they're going through is not connected to you. Even though that may be true, and even though you may know that as well, you actually may know that this isn't about you. It could be that someone else is making them feel like that, and you're trying to make them see it first of all, because they're not seeing it, and they're just not. I don't know. It's like that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, and it's very much the case with this situation. The Nine of Wands reversed. You are worried about someone. No, you're worried about you. You're worried that if you give up, if you quit on this person, or if you give up on them, you're just worried about someone. Sagittarius, you're worried about, you feel like you have to yeah, I don't know. Let me just clarify. This could also be to do with someone's health as well, I have to say. They may not be acting the way they would normally behave because of a health issue. And that you feel a responsibility towards them. You care about this person. And I think the question many of you have right now is, are they going to be okay? Is literally the question I've got. What are their real intentions? What are they really thinking of? The Five of Pentacles comes in with the Sun reversed. They're very unhappy, and I think that's pretty obvious in this reading. The Hermit. They're very unhappy, but they are okay on their own. Okay, and I think that's your main concern here, is that are they going to be okay on their own? The Eight of Cups. You can walk away from this. It's okay. Nothing terrible is going to happen here. The Five of Cups reversed comes in with the Four of Swords. The Star reversed. The Six of Cups reversed. Yeah, this is whatever's going on here. It's not your, it's, how do I put this without it sounding terrible? They're on their journey. They're on their own healing path, their own healing journey, which you have no influence over whatsoever. You can't change it. You can't speed it up. You can't make sure they're on the right path and they don't veer off. That is not your job. And there's nothing you can do to make that happen anyway. So I feel like they've got to go back before they go forward. And that's most important here, because you are meant to be going forward. You're not meant to be going back. So the answer to your question, are they going to be okay? They are going to be absolutely fine. But they have a lot of stuff to get through. A lot. That you can't, there's nothing you can do about that. The Magician reversed comes with the Death card reversed. The Lovers. And the Devil reversed. I think that it's hard. I think it's difficult for you to detach from this. And I understand it. But believe me when I tell you, this pain of responsibility is yours. That they're not going to be sitting thinking what happened. Because they are so, I hate to say it, they're so wrapped up in themselves. They're not seeing much beyond it at the moment. But you really need to start thinking of yourself here, Sagittarius. And it is a hard and it's an emotional decision, and I understand that. The Nine of Wands reversed. comes in with the Knight of Wands. You deserve to be happy and you need to go after what makes you feel good. The Ace of Swords. This isn't making you feel good. If you're honest with yourself, if you're completely honest with yourself, even if this person woke up tomorrow and all of their problems were gone, you've become you have to a certain extent become codependent, kind of, because your relationship has been built on this person's insecurities and needs. And once that's gone, once those insecurities have gone and the needs have gone, what do you have? That's the problem. If you ask yourself that question, that is the problem. The King of Swords reversed. You don't even know each other. It's so strange. You think you do, but you don't. So, Sagittarius, what is the one thing they could say to you? If they could say anything to you right now that they're holding back on, what would it be? I don't react when people mention you. And I think that's very true. And I think it's because they don't react to much right now. I think they are very much wrapped up in themselves. And is that who they are? Is that how they always were and how they always will be? It doesn't matter, because if they, like I said, if they miraculously come out of it tomorrow, they're going to realise they don't know what they want. They don't know who you are. They don't know who they are. There's a whole other problem emerging from that situation. So, thank you, Sagittarius. Leave me a comment if any of this resonates for you. Next, we have Capricorn. Capricorn. This is for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus signs. And it is for you, if you are any of those, or you just feel drawn to this particular part of the reading for no reason. And you have something on your mind about someone in your life. And you want to know, you have a question about them. Whatever that question is, you're asking yourself, what do they really feel? What are they really thinking? Because I'm not convinced. Let's see. Capricorn. We have the World in reverse. The Lovers. The Nine of Cups. And the Knight of Cups in reverse. Capricorn, the World in reverse. This isn't, whatever this is about, it's not over, it's ongoing. This story has much, much more. There are many more chapters to this story. So if you're thinking you're about to turn the page and it's the end, it's not. There's much more to this. There's much more for you to find out about each other, whoever this person is. The Lovers. For some of you, this is about an intimate relationship. But whatever it is, there's definitely a deep connection here. There's a deep, profound connection with someone. Now, that doesn't have to be an intimate connection. Again, it can be a friendship. It can be a family member. It can be someone you've just met and you're like, why do I feel this powerful connection with this person that I hardly know? I feel like I've known them. There's like that soul connection kind of feeling. You want to... There's something here about this person that makes you want to plan everything with them. The Nine of Cups is this kind of feeling of personal pride in knowing this person, strange as that sounds. or there's this feeling of absolute gratitude that they even came into your life. It's joy. It's beautiful. I give you it. It is a really beautiful connection, and that's why the first card out was the World in reverse, because it's saying you ain't seen nothing yet. If your question was, is this going anywhere, or is this person come into my life for a minute and I'm glad they did, but is this actually going anywhere? It's going somewhere. It's definitely going somewhere. The Knight of Cups reversed. They don't have to prove anything to you. They are just showing up as they are. They're not putting on any airs and graces. They're not trying too hard. They're like, this is me. You know, take me or leave me, love me or hate me, this is it. And they are just, they don't, it's interesting, I can't think of a best way of putting this, but they're so, let me pull the clarifiers. This is very natural. It's the most natural connection you've ever felt. Maybe since you were a child. You know how when you were a child, you'd meet someone in the playground that you've never met before, and then half an hour later you're their best friend. And you don't even think about it. It's just like, that's how it is. That's just normal. That's what this is like. It also means that you don't, when you're not with each other, you're not spending all day thinking about it, obsessing over each other. You're just enjoying each other's time, and you're like, oh, it's just really nice. The World. I don't know why you even want this reading, because it's like, you already know. The World reversed. Comes in with the Magician reversed. That's what I mean. There's nothing that makes you feel like there's a hidden agenda, or you're not insecure in any way. They're not insecure in any way. The Hierophant. You share very similar principles. You don't expect anything from this. I don't know how to explain it. But also the Eight of Cups reversed. There's like, you don't have to make any stupid decisions like, oh, should I be with this person? Should I not be with this person? Because it's already decided. It's like it's already decided. There is no, should I stay or go? I think you just wanted this reading to see if I picked up the energy. I think literally that was it. The Lovers. Comes in with Strength in reverse. You don't have to show up in any particular way. You don't have to show up to be, I'm this really strong, influential person. I'm just me. And they're just them. And that's okay. They're almost like the same person. Not the same person in that regard, but it's how comfortable you feel with yourself is how you feel with this person, if that makes sense. The Page of Cups reversed. And the Hanged Man. It's surprising you. It is surprising you. There is a part of you that's going, it's really amazing how this makes me feel. but you don't need to question it, but you're just kind of like, this is crazy, this is kind of different. But it's also, it's not even like you're saying to yourself it's amazing, because that would be putting something, that would be making it, putting it under a spotlight of some kind. It's not like that. Like I said, it's just very natural, it's very organic. The Nine of Cups comes in with the Ace of Swords reversed. The Three of Swords. You both have the same natural curiosity, but it's not an intense curiosity. We've also got the Tower. The Three of Swords and the Tower with the Nine of Cups. I think the question, if you had a question here, Capricorn, would be, how would you actually feel about this situation if it fell apart? If it didn't exist anymore? If you were not, how would that make you feel? Because you can't quite put your finger on it. Because I think there's a part of you that thinks that's never going to happen. And although that sounds a bit obsessive, it's almost like something that's it within you, that you just know that they're always going to be part of your life or part of you, if that makes sense. When you're not spending time with them, it's not like you're obsessed or feeling lonely or needing them, or I don't know how to explain it. The Knight of Cups reversed comes in with the World in the upright. The King of Wands reversed. And Strength. So they make you feel kind of this sense of inner strength. They give you confidence, but it's an internal confidence, an internal strength. A sense of the world is, you have everything you need. It's almost like someone coming along, giving you all those things and going, I've given that to you now, I can go. Whatever happens now, we're okay. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not saying they're leaving, by the way. I'm not saying that at all. But it's like this inner confidence, inner strength, inner knowing that it's great, and then you'll also be fine without them, because there's nothing to be insecure about. I can't explain it, but I hope that makes sense. So if they could say anything to you, what would it be? They would say, I want you. That's interesting. Thank you, Capricorn. Leave me a comment. Tell me how it resonates. As we move on to Aquarius. Aquarius, is this your sun? Is it your moon sign? Is it your rising sign? Or is it your Venus sign? Or you just feel drawn to an Aquarius reading for you today? Because someone's on your mind. Maybe someone else is an Aquarius and you want to know what they're thinking. So, either you're an Aquarius or someone else is an Aquarius and you want to know what they're really thinking. Let's get into their head. We have the Hanged Man, the Eight of Swords reversed, the World, the King of Wands. Aquarius. The Hanged Man. You're waiting for something here with the Hanged Man. It's like you're waiting for something to happen, or you're waiting for them to make a move, or it kind of gives me an energy of being attracted to someone, not knowing if they're attracted to you, but thinking, oh, they're attracted to me, then I'll soon know because they'll make a move. But what if they're doing exactly the same thing? What if they're thinking exactly the same thing? Then neither of you are going to be, you know, we're not going anywhere. This is like, okay, someone needs to make a move. The Eight of Swords reversed. You're free to do what you want, okay? I know that sounds strange, and why am I even saying that? You can do and say whatever you want because you're not in a relationship with this person yet, if that's what this is about. So don't be afraid to say what you want or speak your mind or make a move or whatever it is, because you have nothing to lose is literally what these cards are saying. It's like, what are you afraid of? You're afraid of saying something and them rejecting you. They never had you. You weren't. This is get some perspective, you know, Aquarius. The world. You're putting way too much on this. Like I said, it hasn't even developed yet. I think you've probably fantasized a little bit about this in your own head, and it's become something in your head that actually isn't in reality. But I think your starting point is just to have a conversation with them and tell them, by the way, I'm thinking about you a lot, and I just wondered how does that make you feel? However you want to word it. But the King of Wands, they are... It's interesting because I think you're a little bit afraid of them. I think Aquarius, I think that they come across as being someone who is more confident than you. I don't know how to put it without... I don't want that to sound like you're not confident, but they are fearless in a lot of ways, and they're just not as... They're not as cautious. They'll just do and say anything, and you're just like, oh God, I don't know what to take seriously, or I don't know how to explain it. But let's see. The Hanged Man. Stop waiting. I mean, if you want to say something, say something. You're not going to make... You're also worried about making yourself look stupid, and you're not. But you're just going to have to build up a bit of confidence before you do it. I don't know why this person makes you feel so, like, yeah, like nervous. Two of Swords reversed. You're just worried about making the wrong decision or saying the wrong thing. The Devil, which is... Is this an unhealthy attachment? I don't know. Is this an unhealthy attachment? Do you feel a little bit obsessed about this person? I don't know. Page of Wands. Page of Wands. They're very carefree, put it that way. Whoever this person is, they are very, very carefree. There's not much that gets them stressed. You know, and maybe that frustrates you a little bit. Maybe you're like, why don't you worry about these things? I don't understand why you don't worry. Why are you so... I don't know. The Eight of Swords reversed. Comes in with the Ten of Wands reversed. The Four of Cups reversed. And the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So Aquarius, you're not normally backwards in coming forwards, you know. Normally, if you've got something to say, you'll say it. But The Ten of Wands reversed is feeling like you're another problem. It's like, oh, they're so sort of carefree and unburdened that you don't want to become a burden. So you're kind of holding back because of that. They're such a free spirit. You're like, oh, I don't want to bring them down, but you're not doing that. The Four of Cups reversed is your right to be happy as much as their right. They have a right to be happy. And it's like you're not allowing yourself that happiness, or you're not opening up to that happiness because you're afraid of it. And then the Queen of Pentacles reversed is, yeah, there's just something here about them making you feel very insecure. I can't think of any other way of putting it. The World comes in with the White Newman card. The Three of Cups. And the Chariot reversed. So you've built this up in your head to be something that it isn't, because it's not happened. However, you've imagined this, you know, in an ideal world, you want it to become this thing, and it's not become it anyway. So you're not losing anything. The Chariot reversed is it will affect your confidence. You're just saying, I don't know how I'm going to deal with being wrong or letting go of the dream. Can I be happy? Of course you can. The Three of Cups is your happiness with all the people in your life, not just this person. Everything you had before, everything that came before, you still have. The King of Wands comes in with the Two of Cups. The Six of Cups reversed. They care about you. They do care about you. I don't think you believe they do, but they do care about you. And the Hanged Man reversed. You, as long as you look, you just need to talk to them, okay? Because they don't know. They're very much the kind of person that is going to turn around and say, well, what do you expect? You didn't tell me. So how am I'm not psychic. How am I meant to know? So, and yeah, they're going to make you feel a little bit silly because of that. And that's okay. The Six of Cups reversed is, you can change. What you're expecting out of this is not going to be what you get out of it, okay? But that's not a bad thing, because like I said, you've built this up into something which is unrealistic anyway. And what you will get out of it is going to be positive, but realistic. So I'm going to pull your oracle now, Aquarius. Nearly said Aries then. Just see, what would they tell you if they could? What are they actually thinking? What's the one message? And their one message is, I want to tell you how I feel. There you go. Or they want you to tell them how you feel more accurately, I think. Leave me a comment, Aquarius. Let me know how this reading resonates for you. And finally, we have Pisces. Pisces, is this your sun, your moon, your rising, or your Venus sign? Or is this for someone else who's a Pisces in your life? Or do you just feel drawn to a Pisces reading for no particular reason? That's okay. But whatever it is, Pisces has got you thinking about them and what they're really thinking and feeling. Let's find out. Pisces, we have the Emperor. Someone likes to take control. The King of Pentacles. We've got two people both trying to be in control here. The Strength card in reverse. It's like fighting fire with fire. And we've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So this is almost like two magnets that are fighting each other. And the more you're trying to force something, the more you're repelling each other, is what I'm getting here. This feels a bit like a conflict kind of energy. You're both trying to be the most important person, if that makes sense. Or you're both making a point of, my situation's more important than yours. My voice needs to be heard more than yours. You're not listening to me. You're draining my energy. You're making me do things that I wouldn't normally do. You're asking, there's a question here, some of you are asking about money. I feel like someone's asking a very specific question of, is this person hiding what they're spending their money on? And yeah, they are. But why? For others of you, this is about money. It feels like money is just disappearing. It's like, where's all this money going? Where's it going? It could be your partner, it could be someone you're working with. I don't know who this is, but there's money that seems to be, it's like, I know the cost of living's gone up, but I've never known money to go at this rate, but where's it going? And usually this person's very good with money. Like they're quite, I don't want to use the word tight, but there's something weird going on here. So let's see. Pisces. The Emperor. Could be an Aries, doesn't have to be, but the person you're thinking about could be an Aries. Whoever they are, they like to be the one in control, in charge. But now you feel like you have to be the one that's in control and in charge because they're acting a little bit erratic, which is what the problem is here. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. Yeah, there just feels like someone's going off the rails a little bit. The Two of Cups reversed. And the Six of Cups reversed. So some of you Pisces are going through something here with someone which feels like they're detaching, or they're not quite as, you just feel like they're not there as much as they were. They're feeling there's a distance, even though this could be someone you live with and you see them every single day. It's just like something's not right. They're not talking to you about stuff, and I don't know why. The King of Pentacles comes in with the Three of Wands reversed. The Seven of Wands. And the Two of Wands. I feel that when you have tried to talk to them, when you've tried to approach the subject of what's wrong, I feel like there's something wrong, they become very defensive, and that makes you even more worried. You might even be asking someone the question of what you know, what's happening, where are we going, where do you see us in the future? And their answer is, I have no idea. Which isn't something you've heard before for some of you. The Strength card reversed. What is this about? The King of Wands reversed. They're not their usual self, you know. They're not their usual confident, fearless self. The Lovers. If you need validation, and this is about an intimate relationship, they do love you. They still love you. That hasn't changed. But something's going on here that they're, for some reason, they feel they're unable to talk to you about. I feel like they worry that they might be a disappointment to you, or you might feel... Why am I getting the word ashamed? I don't know why you would feel ashamed, but... they're ashamed of themselves for some reason. It's not because they've done anything wrong or they've done anything behind your back, but it's almost like they set out to achieve something and they've not managed it and they feel like a disappointment. The Page of Swords reversed. They're worried about if you have children. I don't know, there could be a child here that they kind of feel a disappointment towards that person who is they feel responsible for as well. And then the Ten of Pentacles reversed. This could be, it could be to do with money. It could be that they've... What is this? The Chariot reversed. They've lost money somehow, somewhere. I don't know how. They've lost money and they're having it finding it very, very difficult to open up and discuss that with you. Page of Cups. You know what? It could be something along the lines of they've been scammed. Someone's taken money from them. They feel ashamed. They feel like they should have known better, but they've lost a certain amount of money and they don't know how to talk to you about it. It's something like that. Something they haven't done deliberately. Something that's not actually their fault. Something they've become a victim of. And they've tried to overcompensate for this by, you know, to begin with, it feels like they were being very bolshy and almost trying to shut you out. I kind of get the feeling it was been like, you stay out of my business, got nothing to do with you, don't you dare, like, blah, blah. And you're like, what is wrong with this person? They're never like this. So I don't know how you're going to approach this one, Pisces, but I think you just need to come out with it straight and just say, look, I've been worried about the money and you've been acting a little bit out of character. Can you tell me what's going on? You know, I bear no judgment and I just want to I want to help you. So please, can we sort this out together? Just talk to them. Let's see what their message for you is. They love you dearly. They're just worried about your reaction or letting you down. So the card is... Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. They're stressed. They're so stressed about you, about how you're going to react, about, you know, but are you going to walk out on them? Of course you're not. You love them as much as they love you. So thank you, Pisces. Thank you. Leave me a comment. Let me know how this resonated. And thank you, everyone. Thank you again for your continued support, for your love, your support, your encouragement and your engagement that I do return to you tenfold. Until next time, don't forget to enjoy the journey.